Welcome in, everybody. How's y'all doing? Welcome. Just 2 seconds here. Welcome in. Dex, Chris, welcome. Get myself 2 hydrates today. Truth be told, I was actually out until like 2 o'clock, so I had to take my lunch and I needed to poop like really quickly. So sorry for like the half an hour lateness for today, guys, but welcome in. TMI, hey, you guys won't take any other reason for me being late other than me taking a shit either. Every other reason is he hates us. Okay. So as for today, a little bit about this week is that we will be continuing our horror games. Today, we are going to be doing Doki Literature Club. I've looked up the how long to beat. It says it's about 8 hours. I don't know how much of that is actually true because because there are like multiple endings that you kind of have to do and whatnot. But I don't know how long I'll doing all of it. So maybe we'll only do like the important ones if possible, but I don't know whether there are like multiple. I don't know how the game works either way. I beat 15 chapter 9 again. Well, it's easier this time, at least. They buffed the ring. No shit allowed, shit on stream like a normal content creator. I'm not going to shit on stream like a normal content creator. When you say that, you don't mean me taking the camera to the toilet with me, right? Depends on how many endings you're doing. Yeah, I don't know. With How to Full Boyfriend, I feel like we did it like all in one stream. Not on one stream, but like all on stream. I don't know if I want to do that, but let's see for today, I guess. Um, I'll probably do as much until I feel content. But I feel like generally it'll probably take like 4 streams, which I'm not too keen on doing. Or maybe even 5 streams. I don't know. But maybe if we're content with the amount of content we've had, then maybe we'll just keep going because we have a lot of games on our list as well, right? So I want to get to like mortuary assistant and stuff like that. It was harder because I actually understood what happened during the dream cutscenes this time. That was only added in Royal too. Welcome in, Evie. How you doing? Anyways, as per usual, we are going to be watching a horror short film for today, and we will continue with the usual the games. So just checking, what kind of horror short film is everyone feeling today? To kind of break it down for you guys, there is one animation and then there is one that's more dark horror. Or we can try to find like another horror comedy. Unhinged. Okay, I will fully decide then. I say we are going to watch We're gonna watch The Thing in the Apartment. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Is this game going to make my heart doki doki? Maybe for some people. Carlos, you're welcome in. How are you? Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Oh, I actually kind of feel like watching Mononoke Hime now. Very weird thing. Don't usually feel like watching Ghibli films these days. Actually, you know what? I feel like I have not done a shout out thing. So here you go, guys. Because I'm feeling generous today. Have a shout out, Karasu. That's not good. Oh my God.
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Here, have a shout out, Chris.
This slobs. And this is OBS.
Why are the clips so short? Like it doesn't play the full thing of that clip. I gotta change the shout out program to use, because I feel like all the time it's always so random on how long it actually takes to play out a clip, and it's really annoys me because I want them to just play the whole last clip, even though if it's like a whole minute. If anybody knows any different shout out things, please let me know. Like it's a lot funnier, I swear. Maybe you're just not funny, Karasu. Stop shouting me up. This is true horror. This is the true horror. Since you told me not to, I'm gonna do it one more time. Maybe you'll play me a good clip this time.
This whole time I didn't mute my mic. You could be hearing me farting in the distance.
That's not bad. True funny. Our clips aren't even funny. You know what? At least that one was funny. Okay, we're watching. We watch movies. Shh. Shh. We're watching The Thing in the Apartment today, guys. There's not much I know about this one. I've seen this around, but here you go. I've played ads already, right? Yeah. Whole hour, we're good.
Hello.
Sam? Sam, you gotta help me. There's something in my apartment.
What?
In my apartment, there's something in there.
What's in there?
Something. It just walked into my room.
What? Like an animal?
No, I don't know.
Crypt TV, good channel.
Lindsay,
What is
calm
Crypt
down.
TV?
Where are you?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I just kept running. I don't know how far. I was so scared.
Okay, don't move. Just help me figure out where you are. I'm gonna come get you.
Makes horror series on YouTube. They make horror series on YouTube? Is it a production? A YouTube production? Is it kind of like
Lindsay,
how people were
it's me.
making YouTube Reddit content?
I can see you. It's all right. You can come out.
I think more of distributors. So it's kind of like machinima then. But then a bunch of people like make stuff and then I'm assuming
Hey, it's all right.
they do all
What
the
happened?
advertising and whatnot then.
Something scared you.
I'll have a look
Oh
later.
my god, it was awful.
Why didn't you call the police?
I didn't know if it would be in there if I even. I only saw it for a second.
Saw what? Just start from the beginning.
Okay. I was lying in my bed. I was watching something on my phone, waiting for my sleeping pill to kick in.
How long? Before Chris and Abby's wedding?
Was after.
How long?
This is like when Spider is the thing on their place and Nice Lady picks him up. Nice Lady is if not more terrified of spiders than I am.
1, 2 weeks.
So when there's a spider in the apartment, we burn the whole place down. Man!
I just threw the door open and ran. I felt like it was right behind me, but I didn't look back. I just kept running. And then I called you.
Pretty good imagery. It's a naked
What kind of
slime
sleeping
man.
pill?
It's prescription, some generic thing. I just started taking it yesterday, but this started before that.
What did?
And this feeling like someone's looking at me at night.
I think this is an actual like phobia
This
or
is why I couldn't sleep
something,
in
right?
the first place. I feel like it's just been in there.
It's a naked slimy man.
Okay. So do you want to go take a look?
No, I don't want to go back there.
Lindsay, if it's an animal, it probably just ran out. Anyway, do you really want to leave your door open all night? Let's just drive up the driveway and we'll see if we see anything.
Fade. Crossfade. If Light and Nice Lady ever get a cat, they
Can't see
would just
anything.
hold the cat up whenever there's a spider. Yeah? That's about right.
What's that? Pepper spray. Just in case.
No, Sam, please don't go up there.
Lindsay, you said it yourself. You don't even know what you saw. Maybe it's nothing.
Can we please just come back in the morning? I don't want to be here.
I'm just gonna go take a look. If I see anything, I will come right back. I promise. We can go to my place, call the police, whatever. Okay?
Sam? I know if it was the pills.
Stay in the car.
Nice little zoom there. This is a song called Light Switch. Yeah, you know that does that makes sense, huh? Surely there's a central lighting somewhere, and she's just not turning it on. Ah, life drawing. Those were the days. Mirror.
Oh my God, Sam. Sam? Sam.
Pretty simple for the most part. I thought it was okay. This is like OG simple ideas of like YouTube horror shorts kind of thing, right? When did this come out? 8 years ago. Not too bad. Quite a few short choices that I pretty much liked it here and there, but otherwise pretty good. John Williams, the famous composer. Sam is dead, but she's alive in Until Dawn. I felt like they could have gone a little. I felt like they could have gone a little further with the sort of mystery behind it. I think they revealed the monster a little bit too early. I feel like with a lot of like sort of those with horror, it definitely works as a short in ways that a lot of people don't think with like sort of like movies and whatnot, right? Because movies, like I feel like movies sometimes go too long with, especially with like horror movies, because like it's hard to keep that retention, right? Sam even accompanied Frodo and Sam. Frodo. Yeah, check out this. It looks like they've done a few more things. They got a Twitter attached here. And the latest thing they've done was the Faceless Lady. What is this thing? Crypt TV. Cryptid TV. Very interesting. In a world that I've never found before. Crypt TV. Monsters Within. Our mission is to create culture-changing monster stories that bring the world closer together. How nice. So it's just a bunch of like horror-esque films, but with like actual like monster thought into it. This is pretty cool. Nice, some decent SFX. Special effects as well. Look at that. Like, look, some of the costumes look really good. Paired together with a little bit of CGI, not bad at all. Do 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 do. I watched some of their series before. They have like full-on series. That's so wild. Okay, we are going to move. Do 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 do. Also, Sam and Frodo definitely had some form of affair or something, man. Who held their hands together at the end of every single movie? Have you ever seen a horror short called Curve? Like, no, I have not. I've never heard of that. Okay. Welcome, everybody, to DDLC. We're finally here. I've always wanted to play this. A little bit backstory of this game. It was popular way back when I don't know, when I was in secondary school. When did Doki Doki Literature Club come out? Around 2017. Really? Oh, we were in college. We weren't in high school at all. We were in secondary school at all. We're finally playing this. I feel like it's a big step for a lot of like streamers, right? It's to play DDLC on stream. I feel like this is a big step for us. I've never when the hype came around, I think I was not gaming a lot during that year, I think. And I think this kind of just went fully under the radar for me, even though a lot of friends of mine were talking a lot about it a lot. But here we are. We're finally getting around to playing it, and I think like a lot of like the hype and whatnot died down. So I feel like this is also like the perfect time for me, because I feel like whenever it comes to hype, it also kind of ruins a lot of the effects and whatnot on it. I'm gonna type in no spoilers for as a tag. I recommend that if you ever have a chance. We'll probably do it for the next one if you recommend it. We'll put that on the list. Okay. Let us get started. This is also Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, so there's extra content on this game as well. So, hope everyone enjoys that, and we are off. First thing it says, the game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Let everyone be known, this is not for children. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Would you like to review detailed content warnings which contains spoilers. Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. No. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Well, the fact that they say it's highly disturbing, I don't know about that. Is there an option for language change? No, we're not doing that. This is not a dating sim as far as I know. All right? My question is how quick does it get to that point of disturbing? Also, why does it say exit DDLC? Return to desktop. I'm playing this on the PS5. Side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in the DLC. Oh. Right. Okay, strong start. Is this the game? Well, kind of. I think we found the setting, this really weird settings menu of it, I guess. Sure. I think that seems to be it. I just wanted to have a quick look at everything, so let's keep going. So good to know. We're playing this on a old Windows XP PC. Now we can start the game. Enter your name. Oh, what's everyone feel like today? Rubber Doki. How many words can I put? How many letters can I put? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, not that much actually. 12 characters. Bye bye. I'll go with Light W Doki. Maybe I'll just go with light. Doki D Heart. Ah, no, we're getting creative now. Doki. Doki. What have we done? What have we used? Doki D's nuts. What have we used? Don't touch my Doki. Is that supposed to be penis? We'll go with Doki. Yeah, do we have D yet? No shit. Alt. LZHATVWSBBH. Ah, hentai. We don't have D yet. And it fits. I like that. It works. It's simple. It's easy. Let's go with it. Okay. Let us begin, everyone. Don't con ma do. What? What does that mean? Don't con my Doki. Okay, here we go. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me and from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We're going to take it real slow because there's going to be a lot of talking. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. I feel awful already. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Are we a dick? What's happening? You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Doki D heart. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Doki, I'm just gonna do Doki because it's going to take too long. Have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would want to join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I did sincerely go along with whatever she's going on about. Good lord, why am I such a dick? Likes to worry about a little too much about me, but when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending on my free time on games and anime. She's a gaslighter. She already is. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Would you at least promise me you'll try a little? I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess sensing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Wow, I can't fucking read today. After I packed up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Must have come into the class while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in this classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't even have to. Oh, fuck. Hold on, my monitor snapped. There we go. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know, well, that you could come to my club. Yeah, there is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. As vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. I'm going to the Wow, we're such a dick. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. How is the audio, by the way? Is it a little bit loud? It's a little bit loud. Turn it down this much. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to plan all of this out. A little loud, yeah. The music is louder than your narration, mostly because you're a little soft. Let me just change that a little quick. Testing, testing. Okay, we look a little bit better now. Turn down the music a little bit more. Better? Sweet. Okay. Change. Every time on that, you gotta use that setting. Sweet. Okay, let us continue. I missed my chance to call you Doki. Like Topoki. The friggin' rice cake thing from in Korea. Okay. Well, next playthrough. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go. And thus today marked the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Doki D. Heart. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want me to say something, say it. This club only has 4 people? Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. A small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also one who made the cupcakes according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparable, more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. It's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? Why does everyone have Jap names and it's just Monica? From Friends? That's right. It's great to see you again, Doki. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Doki. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. I'll get them. I made them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Okay, I'm just having a few already big outliers. Monica seems sus purely because of the name, but I don't know too much after that. Otherwise, it seems pretty sus. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Sorry. I can do my best impression from Robot Alchemic Drive. Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like a little cat. Also, that was my trial for the next Robot Alchemic Drive remake. I will be sending my resume soon. Square Enix, get on that shit. The whiskers are drawn with icing and the little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Do you think they're going to remaster it? Absolutely not. Unless we revolutionize it and start like making it popular again, then makes all the producers be like, oh shit, we forgot about this game, we gotta make a remake now. Oh fuck, we completely forgot about it. One day, guys, Robot Alchemic Drive remake. One day, that's the day. It's coming. I gotta make the video first, then we gotta spread it like fucking wildfire. Anyways, okay. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my finger, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you. Oh, tsundere! I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you, you dummy. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. I don't know why I gave her a low voice. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Finley smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. What made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you'll feel right at home. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be board member for any club, any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. If it encourages others to get into literature, I am fulfilling that dream. Monica is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't any more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Sometimes it looks like Monica is ready to T-pose dominate you, and that's scary. Yeah, it is weird, right? Because she is like looking like directly into your soul. Full frontal, right there. Just ready to take something from you. No one really draws things like sort of full on like flat shoulders right towards the camera. Everyone always does angles. Everyone loves angles. It's only Monica too. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club after we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different goals, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. I'm gonna bring this closer to me. So, Doki D. Hart, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki hid. Jesus. It's gonna be a lot of reading today. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. The rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The levels of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's so obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? I love that! Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to even at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think and takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud and Give That Back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share some of them? No, she averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer, are we? I understand that how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you even have any writing experience too? Oh, sorry, hold on, I'm saying that wrong. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? No, sorry, that was quite sassy. It's fine. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for you, Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I've an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it helps us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Doki? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. She does look like she's about... It does, like, this pose right here, it does look like she's about to spread her arms out and give me a friggin' T-pose. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right? Okay, I've decided that Horny wins every time! You're being guilt-tripped now, yeah? I obviously can't resist the charms of apparently four women that I've never met before, and one of them is my neighbor friend that I completely don't like. Thank you, Horny D hentai. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Doki D heart, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Monica! That's the definition of D in like 2D or 3D. It's Doki Doki. Ah! So wait, if it's 2.5D, is it just Doki Do? By the way, everyone should check out. Okay, I'll stop. Doki D Heart, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Doki Do. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. I'm glad you all agree. Sure, might as well. Yay. With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I want to save at like the first decision making. I'm assuming this is it though. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Sometimes something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. I guess now's a good time to save. Eternity, Massacre, Email, Waterfall, Kawaii, Pain, Sing, Extreme Excitement, Desire. That seems to be quite the dynamic amongst all of this, huh? I don't know. It seems like Kawaii and Massacre seem to be a little bit, how should we say it? Different! And one might even say extreme, or maybe exciting. I say, why stop at half measures? We go all the way in already, right? Massacre. And there's email, and then there's email for some reason. Yeah, it's climax. Massacre, climax. Massacre, pink. We dive in the deep end, and then we go back, to it. Pink. How about incapable, sadness, papa, hopeless, bouncy, incongruent, milk, unstable, holiday, playground. Massacre, pink. Flee, let's run away, get away from them. Massacre, pink. Milk. Massacre, pink, milk. Oh wait, hold on, the touchpad works. Wait, what? Spend enough time during the poem minigame for the music to loop. Lamau! Well, no. Thanks, game. Pink milk. This, awesome. Vivacious. Sunny. Infinite. Baroque. Why does it... Wait, hold on. For some reason the touchpad defaults to that bottom left for some reason. Mouse. Melody. Ribbon. Do poems need to rhyme? No, not necessarily. Melancholy. Lollipop. Heartbeat. Swimsuit. Unrestrained. Captive. Doki Doki. Bliss. Disaster. Fester. Entropy. Contamination. Disown. Vertigo. Haiku is the same amount of syllables. No, haiku has to be 5. Yeah, so it is syllables. It always has to be 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. So, my everyone's favorite. I don't know. I don't know how to haiku. I don't know how to haiku. Or haikus don't make sense. Refrigerator. Something like that. Refrigerator haiku. Haikus are easy, but sometimes they don't make sense. Refrigerator. Yeah. 575. That's the one. There we go. Okay. Hi again, Doki D Heart. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Doki D Heart. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Prolic, welcome to the stream. Hello. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Man, it's gonna be a long stream. We still got 2 hours to go on stream, and my throat is already parched. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club. Hey, that kind of reminds me of 2.5D. Yep, no, I'm stopping myself there. Monica! Natsuki finds herself struck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Doki D Hard always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. That's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Hey, you two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Doki can become good friends too. Sayori, yes. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. It really does seem that we're just not interested into speaking to Sayori either way, though. Anyways, Yuri even brought you something to take, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? No, not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it was a big deal, and when it's not, really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gestures from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? I won't make a big deal, but if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book and I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. We could, discuss it if you want. Discuss it if you want. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book. I feel like I despise my character now. She thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. This is horny central, boys. Thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick us off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks a little glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her feel uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you'd have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear it. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What is it about anyways? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. You see? She's better than some Twitch chatters. Already a win on my book. Shy Best guys, welcome in. How many disturbing things have happened so far? None. We're right at the beginning. We just started. I know nothing about this game, and I'm hoping that I'll be surprised. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came out of nowhere. She giggled so gently all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Doki? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange but new perspectives. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly when you thought you related to the protagonist, they are made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? You summed it up pretty good, girl. Not again, I'm sorry. Hey, don't worry. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talk. I don't know why I'm giving this really central voice now. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well start reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book and then I put it into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I step into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah? Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just I'm not very used to, that is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I'm end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right arm to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Truly horny D hentai. What the fuck is happening? I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes met. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. I'm not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue to read. Yuri can no longer ask me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a bit of a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Oh no, I swapped the voices now. Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all of the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Doki D heart. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. And that's so embarrassing that you think that. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. So I really didn't think you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Yeah. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Ah! Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You seem kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Ah, it's not. It's fine. Releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright! Voice cracked a bit. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then I slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write the poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I read my poem to first? Well, I feel like we're already going with Yuri, so do we just commit? I feel like committing. I don't feel any emotional attachment to any of these people, so let's go with Yuri. Oh wait, I forgot I'm not playing on PC. Yuri seems to be the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Sorry. Exceptional! First covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. Why am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you're writing a lot of poetry. I don't know about Massacre Pink Milk. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. Oh, so like you kind of pick the words and then you see whether they like it or not. Oh, interesting. That's a huge compliment coming from you. That is actually my first time, really. Huh? Sings blankly, then looks at my poem again. I know that. I just meant, unable to find an excuse, she traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down one more thoroughly. Yeah, okay, this is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting to get them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. So sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. As it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, hold on. Let me just... Let me just reverb this up. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of... Well, sorry, huh? The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe claims breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. That's actually not bad. That's a decent poem. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. But I wasn't thinking that at all. It took you a long time to... I'm sorry, I can't read cursive. I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Doki. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and express experiences in their own work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolical compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Doki. Me too. I can't take it seriously with Doki no more. Who should I show my... Oh, okay, they just showed the whole thing. Okay, cool. I can do Monica. Hi, Doki. Having a good time so far? Yeah, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have a suggestions for the club, like that new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyways, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahahaha. Don't worry, Doki. We're all a little embarrassed today, aren't you know? But it's sort of a barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Doki. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Ha, that's not very fair. Oh, you're so funny. I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple, direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write something like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. you do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure we'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of style, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Why does that sound sus? So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Anyway, do you read my poem now? Do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always have to feel that way, you know. I see. Let's read it then. Oh, hold on. Okay. Hole in Wall by Monica. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever, everything, into everything. A hole of infinity choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. This sounds like a person captive in some fucking basement or something. This poem kind of sus. It definitely feels sus, huh? Right. I love poems. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you can call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. That kind of style has gone pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not so sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say if I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about the deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something done down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark ink puddle. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, we really just show it. I don't fucking like Sayori, so you know what? Natsuki it is. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Whoa! Someone like you? Okay. That's a bit blunt. Well, excuse me, it's not like I said it, but it's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyways, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Oh. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses. What the fuck is this whole poem? Horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's... Oh god. Oh. That went down. I think I'm good. Okay. I think I got the hiccups now. That's not good. But that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. Hopefully though, I hope the hiccups go. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Was that part of the poem? Yeah. I added my own mix to it. Oh wait, hold on, sorry, I reverb on still. That was part of it, yeah. Come back from the long hallway light. I'll walk up to you. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helped to bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from you. Okay, that was a fairly short one. On to Sayori now. Here we go. This is a good poem, Doki. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course! It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Well, I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. And to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of this club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Doki. Deep down, you're not selfish at all. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. That's right, chat. You hear that? Do things for other people, not for yourself. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. I want to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine by Sayori. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you I was about to say thrusting. Are you thrusting me to wish away a rainy day? Oh, no. I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. You know, the girl wants what she wants, I guess. Is this for a, parent or something? It's not me for sure. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica, the best. Monica's the best. What? Monica, yeah, no, okay. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. Next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. I guess I'll look forward to it. That's the end of it. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up with getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watched each of their expressions change. Natsuki eyebrows furrow in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks, yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that, I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Doki did too. Based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Doki liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. What do you say about yours? Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Doki appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Please, ladies. ladies. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Whoa! Someone's gonna need a burn. Someone's gonna need some medicine for that burn. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Doki started showing up. What the fuck does that mean? Natsuki, this doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Doki, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? That meaning should just jump out the reader, not force them to figure it out. Took a shower. How many anomalies have you encountered? Are we still talking about the same game? Are you talking? Is it that game that you're talking that we were doing that one time? What was it? The one with the camera where you have to like spot the difference. I can't remember that. I think Monica is an anomaly for sure. Help me explain that to her, Doki. There's a reason we have so many deep, expressive words in that language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Observation duty, that's the one. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Okay. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Doki? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. I am a writer, so I would know. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be... In all honesty, I shouldn't be taking any sides. Yuri Simprout? I kind of want to go between these guys, but hey, you know. Because I don't want to be wishy-washy with the choice. I don't want to be wishy-washy with the choices purely because I feel like getting endings is more accurate if you just go for if you commit to one thing, right? I want to say. I'm curious to see what happens when you do a little bit of wishy-washy. Help! Glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. It's so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Doki, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflicts. Unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never! It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri. You guys are my friends! I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just few words. Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Important question, who is best girl? I don't know, everyone's sus and I don't trust any of them. I'm putting up an artificial cross against all of them because I don't trust any of these guys. Something feels very wrong in these parts. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same way as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. Did I read that? Oh yeah, I did. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Suddenly we're all fine with her? We were pissed off at her the other day. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about the sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, mostly. Doki, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing for everyone tomorrow. Maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Doki D heart, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm enjoying it either. About what happened earlier, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why'd you make good friends with them. You know, Doki, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's it. Every day is gonna be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, let's do this. Oh, okay. So that's what we're rolling with here. I guess I could save here. And just keep going. Oh, fuck. I don't know what I picked. Right, okay, so what do we do? Let's go with... Okay, so... Yuri wants, like, complex woods and... a little bit depressing. Natsuki wants cute words and simple words. I don't know what the fuck Sayori wants. You can save there, but can it save you? I hope so. What is it? I wonder what is there to save. Let's go with tenacious. It's all the same words actually, so tenacious, hopeless, fireworks, chocolate, infallible, puppy, vacation, dream, heaven sent, shopping, judgment, vibrant, nature. Oh wait, hold on, I just realized that it's picking the people over there. I see. So it's cute. Ah, okay. I see, yeah, that proves something. So then anything would be... oh, no. Frightening. Graveyard. Parfait. I don't know what this is doing for me, to be honest. Variants. Sayori is any other than the other two, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what I don't know how Monica is. Monica's a bit weird. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break to grab some more water and whatnot, so I don't take a quick 1 minute break. I'll be right back. don't have any more back support. Rip back. No more back for me. Broken L chair. Okay. Hopefully everyone's back now. Okay. We got lots to go. Who needs a spine anyways? Not me, I'm spineless. That's why I give all of my jobs to Sayori. Another day passes, it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Doki! Yo, Sayori, looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all! I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. And then she turns it upside down and then lets its contents spill on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted the excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. So that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything, it was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Doki to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that, but I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way to think you could think that. You were right though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she knows she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Kya! Sorry. Kia! Okay. only the OGs would know that reference. Viva la revolution! Ow! What was it? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. you're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki just takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayuri gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayuri off of her. Suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayuri trots away to safety. Yuri and I laughed as well. You're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayuri? Eh? Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyways? Good question. Any of you heard anything about her being late today? Sneak attack! Did anybody watch Kim's Convenience? Real fun show. I wish there was more of it. Not me. I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's very popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a haha, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I would hope you guys just weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyways? Ah, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have just heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Oh my god, that sounds really sus if I'm gonna be honest. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Doki D heart. Monica smiles sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Ah, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayuri's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyways. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayuri somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book. Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into my nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. Close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. We can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds so too dense and intellectual. It's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with something with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know. And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayuri is really taking this seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lie the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa! I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Ah, sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. You know everyone like that. I feel like everyone knows a person like that, of like looking out for someone who can't really take care of themselves. Can't enjoy literature on an empty stomach. Not an empty stomach. If that's what this is really about, which I'm still sus about. I knew it. Come on, at least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is still sticking out from all around. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush with this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. There's some toothpaste stains on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. No one's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. You meanie. You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a what? Huh? Where's this coming from? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change my mind. You'll change your mind. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Yeah, okay. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Eh? Don't say that. Don't make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Buttons. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever button it, you have noticed it sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobies got bigger. Don't say that out loud. Anyways, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ugh. It's not worth it at all. Hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. If I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like that. Actually, yeah, that's kind of facts, yeah. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyways. So that's what I'm keeping it. That's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little bit earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, it's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, sorry. But I was joking that time. Jesus. It's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but yet Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. Here we go. Ugh. Alright, since we're just gonna do it all at once. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Doki! I love it, especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really, I want to put this on my wall. Can I? You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Ahahaha, jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more construction than this. Maybe even Natsuki. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Doki the heart poem. And that makes it even feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. This is really weird, okay. Yeah, okay, thank you. I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's why I'm just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then I must be a good poem. Then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure how that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty much important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Oh, well, you know what? That's fact, I guess. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyways, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too, but sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help the rain cloud a little. A sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. Hey, wait. Hey, yo, Sayori212, welcome to... Is this you? Welcome to the stream. Sayori reminds me of my girlfriend, and I don't like that. Why? That's fair. I can see how that would be an issue. Hey, you know, you hate the people you hate the people in fiction. Sorry. You hate the characters you're like the most in fiction. Little fact about that. Not always true, but it's kind of true. Hi, me. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Doki. I should go write that down. You know what? Maybe Shy Biscuits? You need to write that down. Or sorry, your girlfriend needs to write that down. You can read my poem now, okay? Okay. Bottles by Sayori. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. What the fuck does that mean? It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me... the fuck? My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my friends go. My fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging. Scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. That's not a bad rhyme, actually. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in comes my friends. In they come in such a hurry, do they want my bottles that much? What is she talking? What bottles? I frantically pulled them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against a tile against my feet, between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. Sorry, they're all shouting, pleading something. But all I can hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. That's awfully depressing, actually. Is she good? Holy crap. Bottle. Did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's kind of almost creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly, but maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. Is this coming from the writer? Sometimes writing isn't the best. Writing's a pain. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. I think I've been there before. I think I actually felt like I died at some point. Don't get ahead of yourself. So I always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Is that ADHD? I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Give it eye, dude. I'll go down the line. It's not really any worse than your last one. I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take it as a win. I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? This song is already driving me crazy. I'll turn it down a little bit. No, because it is still pretty loud for me. I didn't know if it was loud for you guys. That's why I listen to club. Sayori, thank you for the follow. I loved you in that one game. I just want a different tune slash beat anything, Lamau. Oh well. I feel like that's how these goes, eh? Let's just keep it go. Let's keep it going then. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me. It's the same motif for everything, so get used to it. Yeah, you know what? It gonna be like that, huh? I feel like that's a good... Usually background music is around 50 decibels, so I think that's good. Keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary, but think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Here we go. Amy likes spiders. I really don't like this. Amy likes spiders by Natsuki. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. I wouldn't be friends with her either. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. This doesn't read like a poem at all. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to talk to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone. A bit malicious, but hey. It's up to you, Natsuki. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Boo. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. Boo. Boo. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think and not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Let's go to Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, Doki. Were you influenced by someone seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that. I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. So I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. There's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Timidly hands me her poem. The raccoon. Or raccoon. Jesus Christ. It happened in the dead of the night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my windows. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, subconscious, well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. Small cursive is small. It is a bit odd to read. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Neither can I. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Bill Cipher. If I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way that it feels for me to indulge in my own more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Did Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah, she was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah, sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay, this is the big one, isn't it? Hi again, Doki. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not gonna be bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. Oh wait, shit, you're right. From the long haul, yep. Sorry. I need a different image for this. Hang on. I need an image because on my stream deck I tend to forget it. I'm gonna put. I'll give I'll put a stare icon. To let me know that I'm still in the hallway. There we go. That's good stuff. Yep. Just to let you guys know, this is what's on my Steam Deck now. My stream deck. There it is. Which is not far off as to what my feelings about this game is. Us eyeing this game. Yeah, no, this is me. This is all sus. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Give my poem to Monica. Alright, I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I actually are really different. That may be the case, but maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-beings. Even if you show it in a different way, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Hahaha, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? That's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit too either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. I'll be back in a bit. No worries. Thanks for coming on. Oh, wait. Saved by Monica. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, and endless cacophony. Of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. Wait, what does that mean? An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me? Load me? Load me? Load me? Okay. I don't know what that means. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Ahaha, I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic! Load me like a gun, baby. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's so hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it in that way, not every poem is about something. Oh fuck. What's the point of it? I'm not even looking at my stream deck anymore. God fuck. Hold on. Maybe this will make it easier. Wait. I need a different icon. I need a different icon for it. Yeah, this one works. Alright, now I just have this dog on. Okay, now I'll probably get it. Okay. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. No, wait, what? You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip about even about writing? What am I even talking about? Ah, that's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Well, that's sus already. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Sort of. Do we really need to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. We're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let everyone else come up and recite poems too. Puppies getting chubbier as light gets further in the hallway. We're gonna have a big chunky boy at the end. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's a bad idea? That bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember, Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put in on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. The more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's all about expressing your feelings. Being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. It's those reasons that we're all in this club together today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought us here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. If all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. They remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. Welcome back. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? She dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. And that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyways, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way, Monica! This is too sudden! Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? No, don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. She begins reciting her poem. Confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply unnatural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the resuscitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Clutches a piece of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she's practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure and that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ahaha, sorry, I giggled. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it as like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. I am losing it. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Doki liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Doki D Heart. It's not like I can compare it to you guys anyways. Might as well let Doki lower everyone's standards a little before I have to. Jeez, okay. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really good as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something they'll improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. I'm going. Begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Are you all looking at me like that? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. I need to keep track of all the titles because I feel like the titles are the important parts. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little enthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. To be fair, you're literally a noob. We are D-noob. They gotta cut us some slack. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That's it. I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Ah, yes. No problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, so let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do it my best. We already have favoritism of Monica without even me saying anything. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two. Always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Doki, though you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. We'll do one more day. I walk home with Sayori once more, because I think we're already approaching the 3-hour mark. We'll continue this tomorrow regardless, though. I walk home with Sayori once more, even though it's only been a few days. A lot of things have already changed. But today Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, let's just say that one day Yuri asks to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. If she asks me, who am I to say no, right? Right, chat? Realistically, if someone asks you, right, you're not obligated to walk with anybody else. If someone asks you, it's fine, because this is all friends, right? You're all friends, right? This is all friends, right? You guys are friends. Friends, right? Not no one's obligated because you're insinuating that they're in some form of relationship or anything like that, right? Everyone's friends, right? Right? Walking home with Yuri, huh? What does the thought of that make my pound? Okay. Okay. Yuri simp. How does I'm not controlling any of my character's decisions. What the fuck? It makes your Doki D heart pound. Okay, well, here we go. Given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Ah, you admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. It was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's what I said, there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Does the game end in the festival? Right, so Sparkle. You know what? I'm just gonna do like my heart tells me to. You know? It's just gonna be one of those ones. Eternity. Effulgent. Sing. Vanilla. Broken. How did I get? Okay, sure. Feather. Nibble. Aura. Kitty. Email. Wait, why is that? Sure. Grief. Awesome. Playground. Agonizing. Agonizing sounds good. Entropy. Strawberry. Summer? Fickle. Prayer adventure. Papa. Cheeks. I don't know who that went for, but sure. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah, hahaha. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and not picking up piano. Maybe not determination, but I guess a passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival, it's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Oh. Monika. That's not how you say my name at all. Oh, that's I didn't huh. I don't know if that's a connection to anything, but sure. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Wait, what? That's not how you say my name at all. That joke makes no sense in translation. In Japanese translation? Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyways. Excuse me, where is Sayori anyway? Oh, yeah. No, I got it. Ika. Ikan? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I'm thinking now. Wait, is this game is like not a non-Japanese game, right? This is not from Japan. This is 100% a game not from Japan. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I would walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else, huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry about me too much. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back to everyone else, but the conversation was already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. What's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading it a little too much, but she seems a little downcast today. You think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Nothing's wrong. All right, good to know. I just had to double check. Maybe there's something on her mind, yeah. But I'm surprised I'm not the only one asking you, Doki Heart. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. But I also care about the well-being of any of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you. I'm reading my name as Doinky Heart now. Doink Heart. Me? How on earth did you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much more happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. No way, Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Doinky. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll just try to talk to her, so try not to think about it too for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up to her desk, walks over to the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. She keeps her voice so quiet, I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit down myself. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her and that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of ordinary. But there's something I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. She looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from the desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking that like that? Well, it's something like that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. I don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's not really that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? She seemed a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just don't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. There are many untold mystery behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. And I also feel some concern for her, but in your case, it looks like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? I will say, everyone feels like they know more than they lead on to be. That's already sus as fuck. Well, I guess that was the case, Sayori. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Well, I guess, but you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle, curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Ah, that's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyways, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. There's no way that's just normal. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Well, time to go speak to Sayori immediately then. This is your best one, so why do you look concerned? It's really, really nice, Doki. Thanks. Been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course, everything's fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Doki. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought you would try writing your own poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah? I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Oh, music has stopped. Here's when shit gets real. Wait, of course I do, but that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you, but we have a wavelength for something. This is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. Wow. Where's this coming from? So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? No. Doki, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayori, I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. She shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing. It's just a little rain cloud. Ooh. Okay. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out the classroom, humming to herself. Smile. Natsuki it is. This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyways. I see what you're going for, but it's not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad you're trying a little bit. Of course, I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyways? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? Well, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here. Even if I have to put up with you. This is fine. It's fine. Don't worry about this. It's fine. Gah! Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh! Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. Ahaha. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point of it. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds out her poem out to me like nothing ever happened. Wait, we didn't even get to read Sayori's poem this time. Okay. I'll be your beach by Natsuki. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with bright, brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea. Let me see your shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. Remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that your daydream about each day. Why can't I read that? I'll be the bitch that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach, so you decided to write about the beach first, then came up with the message later. Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it, or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. Make us write about a simple topic, then try to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too, but there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Nice. On to Yuri. Well done, Doki. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing a writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first. But now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. We're not going to talk about Sayori, huh? I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore. but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing. I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Doki? Well, you know how I would like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself? In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe what's important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? You're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? You read things for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome, how unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink when it comes to those sort of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked? Yuri, what am I saying? I'm sorry I didn't mean to bring it up. Let's move on. All right. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay, here. A beach! Beach by Yuri. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under a clean blue sky of an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds and endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sand castle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you chasing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my piece to erode at the shore, drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is a kind of an innate thing about it. This one was a little, hers was a little, I don't want to say sus, but it was quite depressing this time. But I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Natsuki already told me about it. She did. She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyways, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She's probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But fuck. Well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about simple on occasion. Fuck me, man. It can be refreshing, you know? It's something for me to calm my thoughts about once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Here comes the sussy baka. Hi, Doki. Sorry. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It will also make me happy to see. Alright, anyways, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hand. It's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori like the other one you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably, but you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, I'm just teasing. I know it takes a little bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. You can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? Oh no, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or anything. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. Anyways, I'll share my poem with you right now, right? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything by Monica. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist, but when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legends is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. Why does her cues look like that? It's really weird. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Beautiful. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, and so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put too much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? It's kind of has a point. You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seemed like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Here we go. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or bad or okay, they'll just want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improvising. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I don't know about that advice. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right, Sai. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyways? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, just please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and she went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all times to not go home with her, you pick the time that she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. Ah, no. First of all, stop mishonoring my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's been kind of avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the... Monica? You sus? Let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now, Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be the leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you can make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. I love atmosphere. Suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyways, that just leaves you, Doki, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's giving me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyways. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. May not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited into assisting with the decorations. I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyways? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Doki to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work, and baking isn't. Just what do you think? Ladies, please. Actually, honestly, I don't know. I don't understand why can't everyone just go to the same fucking house and everyone just like pitches in and on their own work. Why does everyone have to just be on their own house? There's already something sus about this. Like, hold on. Like okay, wait. Like, come. I'm not trying to like poke fun or anything like that. That's probably like a good reason for the story to go about it. But in my time, when I was in secondary school, I would just get everybody in the club to do like when we're doing like some form of festival or whatnot, and we would all pitch in the same day so that we're all working, you know. It's a group work, not individual work. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's dating sims. Am I right? Because dating sim logic. That's why. Yeah, that's exactly why. There wouldn't be much of a story now, would there? Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Doki to decide who he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really got the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in. You literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. You can't possibly spend more time with more than one girl at a time. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Heaven forbid that you spend time with only one person in this entire earth. Heaven forbid. No. Your time is only worth for one person. Good God, man. Can we just settle this already? Yeah, Doki, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Ah, of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with... in the next episode for tomorrow, everybody. Because that's where we're going to end it. Because we've been streaming for 3.5 hours, everyone. I have no idea. All in all, I have no idea, to be honest. But I'm going to leave that for tomorrow. Because it's gone too long. It's gone way too long. My gut, I will give you guys this. My gut is telling me to go to Sayori. My Doki heart is not really telling me to go anywhere because everyone seems toxic as fuck. But we Yuri simp. Cause first of all, something seems sus about this relationship. Don't leave us hanging. You will see it tomorrow. I'm gonna squeeze you guys of every viewership in my and that I can possibly hold. You guys are gonna come back here for tomorrow, and I'm gonna leave you hanging for even next week. I'm gonna squeeze you guys for all the money that you're filing with, like a tube of toothpaste. This was all a trap. Oh no, I had no idea. I did say I was gonna end with the day, but apparently this is gonna be the deciding factor for like a good portion. So we're just gonna leave it for now. Okay. Jeez. Remember to save? Yeah. Monica, thank you for reminding me to save. Yeah, it's saved already. Nice. So far I guess it's always with these with these games that like it's always a slow start in the beginning, right? I feel like the start is usually like, yeah, it takes a long while, because even with like stuff like was it Hatofu Boyfriend took forever until like you actually got the meat of the story. I feel like this is probably going to be one of those. But I also looked at the runtime on how long a playthrough takes, and it does seem like it's not going to take that much longer, but I think it'll be fine. We should be able to get it in the next stream. But anyways, if anyone wants to come back, we will be streaming again in 2:30 BST, i.e. 4 hours ago tomorrow. But at some point, it really ropes you in. Yeah, that's the thing. Whenever it comes to like all these really good visual novels, they just like the hook right there, and then you just want to know all of the endings. I'm expecting that. I'm expecting that, but I'm not gonna expect it too much because I'm trying to hold my expectations, because that's what usually ruins a lot of stories for me. So I'm just gonna keep it on the down low. We'll just wait for it tomorrow. For all I know, this is just a chill. This is just a chill, decision. We're just gonna hang out with friends. just a good old dating sim, everybody. Okay, I want to see if I can go raid anybody, but in the meantime, I will tell you guys all about our usual stuff. As per usual, please go check out the Discord, and also check out YouTubes of all the as per usual stuff. We got the VOD channel, we got the clips channel. Please check those out as per usual. Let me go see if that's anyone. But so far I've been liking it though. You can already tell in these sorts of games, it's already quite kind of disconcerting of like certain relationships and the dialogue chosen. I think we won't raid today. I need to go soon as well. Actually, I just realized I forgot I double booked on something. Everyone have a good day. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. And maybe if you guys are going to sleep, I hope you guys go to sleep as well. You all have a good time now. I'm gonna get you guys the outro music. What's good today?